Do they work with the same guides throughout their lifetime? Do you think it's more about what they're going through at the moment? What is your opinion on all of that as far as who we work with and who we connect to?
Well, I've seen many people have different spirit guides, because angels have their own specific energy. They have this very high vibration, very peaceful, very loving. And then you have, for example, the galactic beings, they're actually physical from other planets, and they have their own specific energy and their own skills as well.
I would like to share how I met you or how I found you, but I'd also like to hear your story. So if you don't, maybe you could start and just introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about how you started doing what you do and what it is that you do.
What I do,
I have a picture here. You can see.
Oh, there it is.
Yes.
That's nice.
So
yeah. Nice. So my name is Dana, and I live in Belgium, and I've been drawing and creating all my life since I was about 3 years old, I think. And about 2 years ago, I've gotten the idea, probably divinely guided, to start making arts and drawing spirit guides and higher selves for people to help them connect with their own soul. Because I know a lot of people are looking for that connection, but it's hard sometimes. And with art, you have the ability to connect through a picture, through something that you see. And I know for a lot of people, it's easy. And when I create, the energy just comes through. And so it's also felt through the painting that I create. And I've been doing this for about, since 2018, for about 2 years now.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how it's going right now. And I'm just evolving and growing and even learning more and connecting people to more of their aspects. Because as you know, we have different kinds of aspects, and the higher self can show itself in different forms. So each time new information can come through, and I receive a channeled message with it as well. It's always what you need to hear in that specific moment that you're at in your life that can help you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I was taking, it was a psychic kind of a class where we were working on our different psychic senses. And so in one of the weeks we were talking about visual, and I was with my teacher, Denise, and she asked us to draw it. And I thought, I have zero drawing ability. And actually one of my classmates shared your pictures with us and said, look, you can hire someone to draw for you. And I thought, well, that's perfect. So I hired you right away. And I think you were having a sale of some sort where you just drew whatever came through for you. I don't know what it was called exactly. So can you explain the process of like how you tap in, how you, like when I hire, what is the process for you on your end?
Yeah. So when you ask me to create something for you, I think the one you ordered was an intuitive drawing. So what happens then is that you just give me my space, and for me to connect with your soul and to see what your soul wants you to see right now. So this could be a spirit guide, an aspect of yours, even do dark aspects, anything can come through that. What is for your highest good? A lot of the time people just want the higher selves, which is very powerful too. So what I do then, I ask for a picture to connect with your eyes because it's easy for me. And then I just sit in meditation. I just connect with your energy, and takes a few seconds mostly. And it just comes intuitively. I just take a paper and I start drawing, creating whatever comes to mind. And the picture, it's not like I see an image right away. It's more like it forms itself, and then I see maybe a crystal or a symbol or something, and then I just add up to the drawing. It just comes, and I can see how they stand or how tall they are, and then I just transfer that onto paper. And that's what comes through. Basically, that's how it happens. And it takes a few, I think 4 to 5 hours before it's created. And during this creation, I also receive a lot of information. I can feel the energy, and I always ask for healing to occur just for the person that I'm doing it, so that it gets transferred. So whenever they read it, see it, connect with it, that they also receive this healing.
And so what is your opinion about like angels and guides when a person, do they work with the same guides throughout their lifetime? Do you think it's more about what they're going through at the moment? What is your opinion on all of that as far as who we work with and who we connect to?
Well, I've seen many people have different spirit guides, because angels have their own specific energy. They have this very high vibration, very peaceful, very loving. And then you have, for example, the galactic beings, they're actually physical from other planets, and they have their own specific energy and their own skills as well. And if they want you to remember that, they will come through, because there are skills that you can use in this lifetime. So depending on which aspect that is best for you in this lifetime that you need to integrate will come through. But yes, you have many different ones. And some stay for the rest of your life with you. But I've known others that just come, for example, if you need to clear and transform something, then this powerful energy of transformation will come through a specific guide. They will help you, and then they just move on their way. Usually, and it's not usually, people that come to me, you feel something and they're like, oh, there's something there, and then that comes through for them because they need it in that moment. Yeah.
Wow. And you do a lot with aliens, like beings from different planets and dimensions. So how did you even get into that aspect of?
Well, that was a surprise for me too, because I don't specifically connect with the alien races, or I just connect and I feel the energy. It's a different energy. It's a different energy than, for example, for the angel, for example, or for an elemental energy. It's different. It's more, it's more specific energy. I just tune into it and then I see it also. And I've seen many galactic beings that come through from other planets. They have this certain, also high vibration, but yeah, they're specific. I don't even know how to explain it. They just show sometimes things to me, and I'm like, oh, okay, I get it.
Yeah.
Like, and then I just transfer whatever I see and feel. And then their message is often, from their planet. Codes and light language also comes through often time. So yeah, like that.
I really felt that really strongly. The drawing that you did, the rays of the sun look like light language to me. I'm not sure if that's what you would call this specific, but it feels very powerful, and I like to imbue my energy with it. So how do people, when you explain to them how to work with the piece, how do you explain this idea of like imbuing your energy with the energy of the drawing or the painting that you did?
Yeah, so what I tell them, because both the drawing and the message have like light codes that come through. So when I say with the drawing, it is just to print it out or just look at it on your screen and just open your heart. Just go into your heart and feel that peace that you can feel in your heart. And just set the intention to receive what is for your highest good from the painting. And then it automatically and naturally happens, because when you come to me, you already order, basically you're already opening up to receive this. So all you have to do in that moment to say, okay, I'm open to see and receive. And it naturally happens, and it happens several days. So it's good to, like, for at least 3 days to connect with the drawing and to integrate, because it happens gradually. So you don't get overwhelmed, because sometimes it's a lot. Like you say, like the sun has its own energy. Like, for example, her eyes have their own energy. Like everything, that comes through, you can feel it differently, and each day can feel differently. And if you hang it somewhere in your room or where you can see it, that when you subconsciously, it still happens when you connect with it, you still receive the download that is needed, because in the end, it's your own pure essence, or from your spirit guide, that is there infused. So there's always a connection there when you look at it.
That's so powerful. And if anyone, oh my gosh, you guys have to go. I'll put the link for your Facebook, because the drawings that you share there are so powerful. And I know you've done them for other people, but it still feels like I benefit when I like to go through your pictures often, because it's just, you hold a very high vibration on your page. And so just going there and enjoying the different drawings, even, I mean, I think people should, if they feel called to this, 100% do something with you and get a drawing from you. But even just going there and looking at the pictures.
Yes, because just like you and everyone else, there's nobody that doesn't let me share the drawings, because the higher selves and also every spirit guides are so grateful to be able not only, give the message for their own person, for everyone, because that energy is universal. It clicks on a personal level, but everyone can feel whatever they need from it. And it's different for every person. Your light language on the drawing can come through differently for somebody else. And yes, definitely, it's for everyone. I'm very grateful that I can share it with people, with others. And they are too. They're always very happy.
Yeah, that's wonderful. So do you know where you're from? Do you connect to any specific starseed race or anything like that?
Yes, well, I found out several races, of course, and we all have aspects everywhere, but mine is Sirius. And the beings, there's many beings from Sirius, and I've seen many aspects of myself, but there is one specific aspect that I also have in Sirius that I really connect with strongly, which really gives me a sense of home, which is a very peaceful kind of unity, oneness, that amazing feeling. Yeah, Sirius.
Beautiful. And the picture that you have now as your main picture?
That is my high priestess aspect or goddess aspect, also related to Sirius. Obviously, they don't look like that there, but this was an aspect that was here on Earth also in time of Egypt. She was part of the sisterhood of the goddesses, and you can see the serpent behind it. That was their symbol. The serpent is a healer, like the mother healer. And she brought healing, yes, the goddess, universal love, unity, and also the oneness, the masculine, the feminine, completely into balance. And I chose that to be my profile picture on the page because I love the energy in it.
Yes, I feel it in my heart center. It's a powerful, and my solar plexus, actually, she's very powerful.
Yes, I'm sure you have an aspect like that as well.
Yeah, I really felt you tapping into my energy. I remember very clearly it was a period of time it was like still warm weather, summertime, and we were sleeping on the floor. So I was very grounded in that period of time when I was working with you. And I could feel you before I went to sleep. There was a couple nights where I felt you tapping into my energy, like very clearly.
Yeah, I always do it with permission of the higher self. Whatever you need to feel and to know. Yes, it's very interesting to feel everyone's energies as well. And to their higher selves, and it's like they all have something in common, but every energy essence has its own sort of personal vibe to it.
Beautiful. So what are you offering right now? Can you just tell people? I know some of my friends are going to be interested. Everyone asks me about this picture. I've used it so much now that they're like, they're more interested. So what are you offering right now? How can people find you and work with you?
People can connect with me through my website, because I have a blog where I also, when I create a personal drawing, I also make a channeled message for the collective, whatever they want to share, and I post it on my blog. So you can find me there and everything, and how to connect with me, and also on my Facebook you can just order and click and chat with me. And my offerings right now are a few higher self in whichever aspect that they show themselves to me. This could be like goddesses, angelic beings, anything, a multitude of basically beings. A spirit guide, which can be also anyone. It could be like elemental. It could be also from another planet. A spirit animal. It could be anything. So if you want to see who you're working with right now, that main spirit guide will come to you. I also do dark aspect drawings, which I call them dark aspects because, for example, a previous lifetime you were, I don't know, a wizard or enchantress or something, and that part still needs healing in yourself. And that aspect can help you with it and can help to be integrated so that any kind of wounds that you have or trauma from the past they can help you with it. So it's also healing transmission that happens. I'm also going to add, I didn't do it yet, dragon guides and aspects, which I completely love, the dragon guides.
Tell me about this. It's been coming up so much in my readings with women lately, specifically, is this dragon and this lion essence. So the two, and then I saw your post about dragons. So what can you tell me about this?
So the dragons, like you say, they have been coming up recently for the last few months. They've always been there, but for me personally, I felt them very strongly. And I've been creating them for others, and they say, so if you're wondering if you have a dragon guide, everyone has a dragon guide, because they are not really bound to anything. They're everywhere. They're in essence. So you have these earth dragons, you have the rainbow dragons, you have the dragons from the grid, Gaia's grid, who helped crystalline grid. There's so many, and they're really actively wanting to work with us, to connect with us, to even ground deeper and do more healing. And there's a dragon for anything that you need, really. If you want a dragon for manifestation, there's a dragon for that. If you want a dragon that just burns up everything and so you can heal, then you can heal. No, anything that's endless.
Where are dragons from?
They have their own planet, the planet with the dragons. I can't recall the name right now, but they're ancient. They've been since the beginning of creation of the universe. They were there. Wow. So it's not like they're new or they were created after. They're a spark of the source, and they come in the form of a dragon. Yes.
Wow, that resonates as true with me. That felt really good.
Yes.
Thank you for sharing.
You're welcome.
Well, I am so happy I finally got to talk to you in person. Thank you for taking time out to talk to me. And I've just been I've received so much benefit from this drawing that you did for me that I really wanted to share you with others. So thank you for taking time to step out and
wonderful. I love to share. Thank you for sharing my work. I mean, it's wonderful that people can connect with it. It's also very lovely to hear that it really has helped you. That's what I'm doing it for, to help you to go deeper into your heart and to feel more like yourself, and to feel at home here. Because I think that's what we're all really craving for. And we can only do that when we connect to that soul aspect of ourselves.
That's so beautiful. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.